Right. The one thing I am going to do straight away is basically give myself the 22,000 back. And the game immediately, I didn't switch the auto save off, which meant I went into the menu straight away, which means we're going to lose a further 22,000 for selling that again, because the game, yeah, saved over that point. So I'm going to sell that one again. Oh, wow. Which means we've lost 42,000. So we immediately going to pay ourselves that back when we come out. I've put the F12. I wanted to do this side of it straight away. Right, now then. Now we need to put the... I'm going to go for the bigger one. Don't want to destroy any crop though, so I've got to be very careful. Don't know whether to stick that back in there first. Yeah, let's do this properly. For once I'm going to tab, because this is now beyond the norm, really. Right, so we need to grab the pile closest to... the John Deere's already on that one, so let's grab the John Deere and start the engine. Yeah, I wanted to put this... Yeah, it left a bad taste in my mouth, really. I thought, let's just sort it out. I hate that, leaving it for another session. Because to be honest, it is weird. It might only be a game, but it is also that it really is real in so much as it has... Yeah, it does play on your mind when you get things go wrong. I've had... Oh, and I do apologise for that. I knew... Yeah, it's... We know it's not really there. So, let's try... In fact, actually, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can actually do that with it. Oh, why can I not move the... That's because I haven't started the... That's better. Now then, let's learn from our mistakes. We now know that you just have to go low, and it will actually work. I need to move a little bit further backwards. Like so. We're not going to get all of this, but I'm not worried. It's more about getting the bit closest to where the bit, because I don't want it to destroy it. It will do. We all know how it works. Is that still on? It is. Let's try and... Oh, I was trying to avoid that. There you go. And of course, it's ignoring the bit that I wish it to take, and it's actually grabbing the bit that I really didn't want it to take. Of course it is. This is the bit I wanted to grab. Right, so let's see. Can we sort this now out before that gets filled? Why am I dragging that? So I am on its wheel, basically. Oh, do you know, it is amazing when things go wrong out. Yeah, it is. It's just half the course, isn't it, really? Right, let's see if we can sort this out. Without going on the crop, hopefully. It's still getting it, it's still getting it, it's getting the bit I wanted as well. Right, let's just see if we can go backwards. watch that again, aren't we? Careful, we're going to go on the field. Talk about rough, rough and ready. Right, if we go backwards now, we should just about get that. Hopefully before we hit the, before we go in the field and damage the crop. It's typical. I really wanted to get it at the low bit, right where it actually is, and it's grabbing it from everywhere but the bit that you really want it to grab. That's what I really want to grab, that bit there. Let's see if we can actually do that without going in the field. We've not lost any in all this though, that's the only bad thing. Yeah, well also, before we put the smooth wall bin down, we really need to try to get that fairly flattish, but without destroying the crop. That's the one thing that is bad in this. Do we like literally do this properly? So I'm saying these type of things, really, it's never as simple as you just think of like, oh yeah, let's just stick something back down. When things go wrong like this, and it really is, well, it is sort of my fault and sort of isn't, because it did work the first time, and I did think I'd looked enough, and obviously didn't look well enough to see that I've read it properly. It always, the very first time you use a mod, you very frequently get it wrong. You're close, but you don't quite get it right. This is all sort of really not level or anything. It's going to be difficult to actually get that without losing a bit of crop, because it's going downhill and it doesn't work very well. Thinking whether or not I do just do this in the show you, but let's just crack on. As I've always said, really, it is the matter that if people don't want to watch, they really don't have to watch, do they? It's one of those things, really. Right. I just wanted to include you in this because, yeah, you saw the beginning of what was happening, so. Let's just see if we can get that little bit over that side. If not, we could try to use the belt system itself, because that doesn't care about gradients and flat or hilly or anything like that. It will just grab whatever it likes. Fantastic. Did work a lot better than I thought. Can we get that last little bit? We can. Fantastic. Right. Now then, let's grab the tractor out of the way. I would imagine that's a full... It is. Let's grab this little lot out. Let's go in first and try and fix. Need to level just there, which is of course going to cost us. Do we reimburse ourselves this? 438,664. Let's write that down, because right this minute, that's right. believe. Have I done that right? Yeah, because we've taken the smooth wall bin down. Let's grab level, and we'll use that there as the level point. Right, now. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll leave it level. I am going to stick the bin through the thing. As I've done with other things like the BGA, it is the perfect place. It's dead centre of that area. So we are going to do it like that. But, right, so we've got silos. We've got the bigger of the two. Just that one there. Now then, let's switch zone markers on. Let's do this properly. At least then we have got the right thing for the right job. Right, that's a bit odd. I get it, underneath. Okay. Well, there's no collisions on that, so that doesn't really matter. That's so close to being flat, it's unbelievable. Now, I would imagine the true way to approach that would be from the roadside. Ooh, right, now the one thing I am going to do right now is we're going to landscape that a little bit more. We are going to also undo the damage from this, but I'm not going to do that while the grain's on the floor. We are going to use... Yeah, I think... Do we gravel? No, I think asphalt. That's dirt. Asphalt, that on there. I think that is that. Really, we need to tidy this up. Careful of the grain. I'd like to do what I did before with a blob of white. About where the... I don't know, it's fairly obvious where the steps are really on this one. Just put one blob there. Or more than one blob. Being for someone who can't count. Right, so we don't want to go massively bigger, but we do want to go bigger. We want to go one more complete run like that. I think, no, let's be generous. I've done this before in Stone Valley, and you always regret it because you go too small. I'd sooner have a proper road-size road that we can drive down without the worry of damaging crop, really. Smashing, I think that's, yeah, that looks good to me. And a couple of little splashes for the coming in bit. I'm quite happy with that. I don't really seriously think we need any more than that for that area. I think that I'm quite happy with that now. Right, so shall we try again? I presume this again goes right to the top. It's still on. Yeah, the pickup point is there, but that we're not picking up, putting in. Yeah, and it really is that very top point. So did I? No, still that's fully extended. Gently does it, don't overdo it, don't do the angles wrong. I think it's supposed to go in that one there. Looking at that. Yeah, it's still too small for the top, so I think it's supposed to go in that one there. I would say you're right. But I would say be able to drive it there now. Wrong way. Aha, that looks good to me. Let's moment of truth is if it says it's got something in it. It does. Fantastic. Right, we're in business. Let's get this going. Now, the only unfortunate thing is I'm going to need to put a little bit more there because I've actually not quite got it. Yeah, we're putting it the way that we've put it. Not quite got it right. So I think we should just about manage to get all this in. Is to have stopped. Doesn't seem to like it when you... Obviously you've got to tip it right where it is. It doesn't seem to like it when it gets the level changes. Yeah, looking at that, it just doesn't seem to want to. It's like it's made the mod crash again. It's stuck at 8,620. Right, no, it did a little bit again. Again, yeah, it's very fitty starty. You know, this may be the first and last time I actually try to do this. I've got to be honest, if it's that finicky, you seriously... I mean, really, all you really have got to do is aim for that. And obviously when you put that on the floor, it's going to do weird things. Nah, I think it's crashed and burned again. I do. Yeah. Let's just try something. Let's just, because we know it's to do with the level again. Yeah, it is all to do with that. Why, it's so easy for it to get upset though. I mean, that's hardly anything. When you start to tip your tanker, you can't really help but to do that. I've got to be honest, it's a little bit. Right, okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's it. You have really got to aim for the... Oh, well. I was trying to remain stress-free. It really was, yeah. It's amazing how sometimes this game can really... But it is true, I've got to be honest. Again, it's another one of those things that I've got to tip this fairly close to the end of that nozzle, and the second I do, then it stops, it pushes it up. And it, yeah. Yeah, let's do it bit by bit. Sorry for the silence. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Not been a very good host, am I? Yeah, it's horrible situations like this. You're trying to remain professional, but the universe is collapsing around you. Oh dear me. So I think we're right. I'm gonna have to look in editing to see if I've got my sums right or whether I'm not. Still, also the pylon. I'm going to see if I can push it with the telehandler so that we get this right. I think 125 tonner should be enough, truthfully. Let's just make sure it's still accepting it properly as well. It's not like going underneath the floor or something silly. 62,070. Sure, it's probably about right. Yeah, it's not got to be exact. It seems to be better the closer it is to that little porthole, which is at least, yeah, we're getting there. That's the main thing, really. Right, so then let's try the rest. So grab the telehandler and push the grain towards that whilst it's being good. And then we can have a final tally to see if we, well, I think it's going to be close to being full. This is a fairly hefty bit of, it is, actually. Be careful of the sunflowers behind you. Apologies for the actual going on it, yes. Yeah, never mastered this very well. I was saying that a few sessions ago. Yeah, it doesn't push us, yeah, really nicely. Picking some more. This is what I was saying. This is going to probably take me as long to do this as it did actually to do the harvest, and I actually was quite enjoying the harvest. It was quite relaxing in comparison to this, the clean-up. This is where you could do the 5-ton bucket. I think we're getting there. It's not so much, yeah, and it looks an awful lot better now. It's amazing with the when you're doing jobs like this, how the last little bit can look like tons and it's really just a couple of 100 litres. It's really weird. It's very, I think it's a lovely colour, sort of, the actual, yeah, it is. Well, I personally think so. It's really lovely orange. Now, why are you not picking that up? You look very level to me. And it's definitely on the floor. No, oh, actually, it's a little bit better than it was, actually. Makes a change. Yeah, I must admit, I'm not a big one for I like to finish things. I was thinking that earlier, I was doing the finishing off the baling session before this one, and I'd literally done a couple of recording sessions. I thought, come on, let's just crack on and finish that session so that we can get it, get it edited and stuck, ready to stick. Back to normal tomorrow. I am going to try. Well, I'm not really holding my breath. This is base game because there's still, quite a few errors that we've seen on the last couple of sessions, even with base game stuff. Some of this was my fault. It really was. I was using the wrong thing, and it did actually sort of work, which led me to believe that I got it right. Well, I hadn't at all. But it allowed me to get away with it last year, and I think that was it. I convinced myself I got the right one, but when this time, we've all got different ways. I'm a bit panicky the very first time I use them. I'm not a little bit autistic where I like to know what I'm doing, and when it's something new, I don't know what I'm doing, and that freaks me out a little bit. It always has done. Once I know how to do something, I'm quite alright. Not confident. I've never really been a terribly confident person. Never. Yeah, not really. No, it's true. Nearly there. That's just that bit on the field now, and we'll have a final look. Let's see how much we've got in there. Again, I'm not sure with these whether I think they do have separators. I think you can actually stick multiple crops in them, if I remember rightly. Even the older wooden ones, had separators that you could actually stick in them. So, yeah, you could actually stick multiple crops. Just the capacity was obviously what it was. And this is obviously a smallish one, really. But it's, for us, doing one crop at a time, really. Or if you did 2 or 3, you'd buy another one like it and stick it right next door. So, now then, moment of truth. 121,955. Now let's just fix this last little bit of, now that we can actually muck around with the level on this, let's actually do it while we can. And let's also do that painting. So that now is, let's leave that fertilizer, we'll grab that at some other time. Let's do the leveling. No, level. We do the level there, and let's make it bigger. There, I think that's alright. Now, if we soften, just to blend that in. I think there's a little bit of weirdness going on there. I think it's okay. I think that's fine. One thing I am going to say though, we do know we're a little bit, need a tiny touch more painting, and it is only a little bit. We don't need to go too mad. I don't want to destroy the field very much, but it's just about there. Was there something I saw? I think that was actually... No, I don't think it was that there. That was annoying me. I think we can do that. Smashing. That's happened. Yeah, the one thing, another thing I did notice was these tufts of grass. At some point I'd like to sort that out. But yeah, that's what it matters now. But I think, yeah, that's not awful. There's a little bit of going on just here. But I think that's... I'm happy. It does cost you quite a bit. It's reasonably farmyardish, where it's not like really terrible. So then 413,889. We have got this now, the correct one for this, and we have 121 tons of sorghum. So I'm really quite pleased with that, to be honest. Let's switch those zone markers off. Sorghum now, it is actually worth quite a bit. Now we're keeping it mainly for the pigs, and the sorghum is equivalent to corn, which means it's worth 50% of the thing. So we are going to need another bin though, aren't we? If we're keeping this for feed for animals, we are going to need, that's going to be the biggest one. We're going to need more of these, really. Do we store them all next to each other like they do, really? I mean, the farmers in my area do exactly that. So do we do the same? We would need to, yeah. Or do we have one? This is an intermediate storage bin, and then, yeah, I mean, the other thing is, it's where the animals go. Just while we're, yeah, I'm going to probably make this into the beginning of the next session, thinking about this. As I said, this is quite large. It really is. Now, we've said we're going to keep the BGA. Now, if we do keep the BGA, now really, yeah, in fact, actually, why don't we just pretend we're doing the pig thing now? We are going big. Well, it could actually. It could actually go there. It's not beyond. No, I think the tree is probably more in the way than anything. No, the road. No, it's going to be tight. Could stick that. Yeah, we need to get to that side. Might need to get rid of the trees. Don't know. I personally don't think that's going to go very well there. There's no more headland. That is the real bit of the farmyard. I don't want to ruin it either. You can. That's the trouble with some of the English farmyards, is that people try to squeeze too much into it, and I think you do need. Most American farmyards have more space. I do truly think that's not a bad thing. So maybe we will have another couple of bins down there, or at least, yeah. Do we have the pigs? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is ours, I believe. No, it's not. No, that's that bit of land you can't buy. Although I'm not sure about the... Okay, that is a point, actually. I'm not sure about where our field edge is on that. Ah, yeah, it's not actually... Not as much as... we are up to the river, actually, thinking about it. Get me sense of direction all wrong now. It is this way. So it is right up to that river. Would you really want to trek out there for the pigs? I don't think so. Not really. So then, do we buy something else? The other thing is, thinking about it, I mean, yeah, there is a lot of space there. Really? Near that tree. Now, is there anything in the base game like that you can lease for just like Tree Devourer? Because obviously that is not. Let's have a look. Pigs, big. Yeah, well, no, we really do need a slurry point. If anything, it would have to be like that. It's not going to do an awful lot. It's going to still leave quite a bit of room. If we did do that, we could also put bins sort of around it a little bit. We could use V mode really and stick it like... No, so we need the slurry arm really to show. That's doable, and you've still got... You can come past it in every way. It's not in the way of the other shed. Yeah, I'm not going to rush it though, but I do think that is not a bad idea. But yeah, anyway, no, I'm going to link this. I'm not going to say goodbye right now because I think we'll be doing a little bit more. What do we? Yeah, really, we could first of all look to see what's in the sales, which is still exactly what was there earlier. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through till the morning. I think. Excitement apart, this will be the part of the next session. We will do that though over the winter. September morning tomorrow we have the bales that will be ready. That probably will then leave us in a we also need the rest of the pig food, although we can we can also offset. I did say this, obviously you can buy pig food. It is a little bit expensive, but for the bits of crop that we can't provide, which is the wheat side of things, we could buy a few of those. Can we actually buy wheat? I don't think we can, but chicken food is wheat. So can we buy chicken food? Wheat, 1,500 for 1,000. We can indeed. Pig food, 1,000 for 1,000. Actually, it's cheaper to buy pig food than it would be to buy chicken feed. And pig food will fill all of the sections. So that's pig food. Let's see the others. Now that's cheaper. I don't think there is any in pallets. I'm sure there isn't. No. Fantastic. So pig food, 900 for a ton. So we could actually offset the grain side of it with that, which is brilliant. So I think we're going to go through till tomorrow morning. I do. Have we got? No, we want to. Yeah, we want to grab some of the fertilizer out. It's in here, or that will be in here. It is, yes, 7 odd tons. Right, so we're going to go through till the morning. Quite liking this now. We are really taking shape. We have been in for an exactly 1 year. Yeah, it should literally say we've been in 2 years now. Yeah, so 2 years. We're in our 2nd year. And we are going to go sleep till September morning. And then that is where... Actually, no, I don't think there's enough for me to say. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm just going to work now 9 o'clock in the morning. And this should really take our income up. And then we can do the pigs, is what I'm thinking. Well, we can do the pigs when we've had the harvest in October. We're not going to move the pigs in until then. Isn't it weird? It's better income in the back end when the sun is not as good. Right, what have we got in the sales? Now that's got to be a wheel loader, hasn't it? Now that we're going to need, and I was thinking of leasing one, but for half priced almost, isn't that? I mean, it's going to cost us a lot for the header as well, but do we go for it? Just seems a bit of a, I don't know, it is a bit of a, it's, yeah. What is there in these sugar? I'm going to mull that one over because I'm a terror for just like, I don't think there is. The Grimmy Pack's more potatoes. We have got quite a lot, and we could go big going forward. Yeah, it's an 80 is that is for the is it the oh, is it mixed up between the panther and the tiger? But yeah, you can only do that one. That's the one I had on Elm Creek, and we're really only just paying double that really for the biggie on the sales. Panther 2. Let me just check. Let's go for the proper beat technology. It's the Panthers. It's the little one, isn't it? So that's the 2.75. So the Tiger's the one that I really like. How much to lease you? I think, I think we're going to pass. We may, you never know. You could in future time. It would just at this precise moment, it would cripple us. I think this year we're going to lease, and if we ever get for the Tiger, I think we would go for the Tiger. But I think we'll literally lease one this year, or even go for the Grimmy that has got that on it. It's got it built in, so you've only got the one leasing cost. Whereas the Tiger, you've got to lease its front as well. Yeah, you get the header with that, and it's not tiny. It really isn't. It's not bad. It's not as big. I think it's 2.5, 2.75 versus 4, but it's still not bad for what we need to do. Right. So then, now then, have I left? I don't think I have. I think we brought all the equipment back from the other field. Just wanted to have a look, just to check that the bales. No, it's that one's the one. Yeah, this one here. I think if we do this, we can. Yeah, we're not that far away. So I want to check the bales to see if I was right. I said 9:30 for the bales being ready by September morning. Just want to make sure, because this is what we're going to be doing in a little while. Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be a new recorded session, but I just wanted to check to make sure I'm right. So this is going to bring in quite a lot of cash. And 98%, so I'm not far off. Let's have a look at the BGA. It's pushing its digestate across. Solid fertilizer, 14 tons now. Wow, 92 tons of lime. Wow, that's phenomenal. Amazing. Right, so that's finished. The herbicide, if we ever get a sprayer, either in the sales or buying it straight out. Digestive, so we've got 14 tons. We're going to keep that. We're not selling that at the minute. So yes, we're going to bring this in, and then I think October should be the harvest for both of our other crops. So we will need to be doing, just check. In fact, we can look at our green on what's left. Yeah, they're both ready next month, definitely. Do we buy another field just yet? How much is field 13? Sorry, field 8, plot 13. That was so confusing, that is. That's not bad. I'm not going to do it because obviously we want to buy the pigs first. I want to make sure we've got enough money to tide us over, really, with the pigs. And then we're going to go all out for the fertilizer as well. Now we know. Yeah, I'm well chuffed that I did go out on a limb and the fertilizer thing and thought, well, about the selling thing, I'd never ever put two and two together that you could actually do that. Because even on Elm Creek right at the beginning, I used to know that it was the average of all of the prices. I did work that one out by observation, but I never worked out that if it hadn't got a sell point on the map, but it knew the value, that it would sell it to a foreign market. That was just, I went out on a limb and thought, well, I've never tried that. Surely the game's got to sell that, really, being as it's an option that Giants have put in there. But could have been wrong, but it was right. So yeah, we need to get this fertilized and limed as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.